Hello everyone, today in this video we are going to discuss job application in detail. In the previous video also we have done the sample and the format of job letter. So let's discuss today here in detail. So job letter, job application or job letter, that's the same thing. What is a job application? So employment application means when you want to get a job, so you have to write one application in order to get the job. So that is a letter written for getting a job. It is the primary means of introducing the job seeker to the employer, right? So what is job seeker? Who want to get the job, and employer to whom he is writing the letter or the application means whosoever is the owner of that particular company or office or etc. So or it may be the in charge also, right? To the administration we have to write down this job letter. Through the job application, job seeker offer his or her labor and service for a return. Therefore, the application for employment acts as a personal advertisement. So job application contains appeal of the job along with the job seeker's personal data like name, address, qualification and experience. So these are the things which are very important. That is what? Address, qualification, experience and that we have to write down in the form of biodata, right? So when we talk about this biodata, what do you mean by biodata? Let's talk about this biodata. What is biodata? Biodata refers to a person's life, experience and achievements. It should be representative of all your personal and professional details in the specified format. It is generally divided into 4 parts. Now we have seen that what is biodata. Biodata means whatever the personal life experience and the achievements, right? जो भी achievements उसके पास हैं, जो भी experience है और जितनी भी उसकी qualifications हैं of the job seeker, I want to say, so that you have to write down in the form of biodata. अब biodata is divided into 4 parts. What are the things we have to take care while writing the biodata? So let's see. Qualification you have to give, experience you have to give and references you have to give, right? Next is job letter format, which is very important for any writing. So job application format is, a job application consists of 2 parts. The covering letter means the application or the appeal you can say, and the second one is biodata or CV, that is called curriculum vitae, right? So what is this cover letter? Cover letter में आप सिर्फ एक simple application लिखोगे, right? So that is what? That is in the style of formal letter. The format of the covering letter is similar to the format of a formal letter, and I will tell you the format also. So it goes like on. Right now we are discussing on the cover letter, right? That is having the similar format of that formal letter. So कौन सी चीज़ें हम लोग उसमें लिखते हैं, कौन सी चीज़ें हम लोग उसमें करते हैं? The very first thing is what? Sender's address. Suppose this is your page, right? You want to start right from here. So from this left hand corner you have to start writing the sender's address. So this should come in the 3 lines, okay? Not more than, you should not exceed more than 3 lines. So sender's address, while writing the sender's address, you will not write your name here directly, house number, street number, ward number, directly like that, place, and that's it, right? So that will be in the 3 lines on the top left hand corner. So this is that top left hand corner, right? Now when you have covered your, suppose these are your 3 lines here you have taken for sender's address. Now this 4th line you have to leave blank, okay? And in 5th line what you have to write down? In 5th line you have to write down date. So the sender's address is followed by a date just below it, and this is on the date which letter is being written. It is to be write down in the form of expanded form. It is not like, suppose today is what? Today is 8th of July. So we cannot write down like this, okay? So this is wrong format. How you have to write down the date? You have to write down the date in proper order. That is what? That is, first you have to write down the name of the month and then you have to write down date. Suppose it is what? It is July. So you have to write down it's July 8,21 or 2021 also you may write down, okay? So that you have to write down here in the left hand corner, and after leaving a space of 1 line, right, and just after sender's address you have to write down that, but you will leave a line blank here. Next is Next is receiver's address. What is that? Receiver's address. Make sure that you write the official title name, position, etc. of the receiver as a first line of address, right? So suppose here you have completed with date, right? So one line again you have to leave blank and then you have to start writing receiver's address. और receiver's address जब हम लिखेंगे तो हम उसमें receiver का name नहीं देंगे, हम receiver की designation देंगे. Suppose you want to apply for a teacher's job, so who is the head of that particular administration? That is the principal, and you will not write down to, okay? Directly you have to start the principal. The principal, suppose we are taking our own example, so the principal, SKM Public School, Sangria, right? So this will cover 3 lines, okay? Next is what? Subject you have to write down, and subject I want to tell you once again here, in that previous video also I have told you that the subject should be clear. When the receiver will get your letter, from the subject itself he or she should understand that the letter is about what, okay, or the application is about what. So subject is, then we sum up the purpose of writing the letter in one line only, right? This helps the receiver focus the subject of the letter in one glance, and it is important to underline the subject, right? You have to highlight that subject, that should be catchy, and you will not use any punctuation mark, no full stop, no exclamatory, no question mark, okay? So this should be written in a phrase, and only one line you have to use for this, okay? So this is very important. Next is salutation. What is this salutation? Salutation means sir or madam, okay? And students are in habit to put the comma after sir and madam. So I have not told you to use any comma from the receiver sender's address itself. कहीं पे भी कोई comma आप use नहीं करोगे, right? जैसे आपने खुद का एड्रेस लिखा उसके बाद भी कॉमा नहीं लगाओगे, फुल स्टॉप कॉमा कुछ भी यूज़ नहीं करना है आपको. सिर्फ डेट के बीच में सिर्फ एक जगह कॉमा बताया गया है, लाइक जुलाई 8,2021, सो वहीं पे आपको यूज़ करना है, right? After this subject and madam. So as I am telling you कि many of the students they are in habit to write down this to apply this comma after sir or madam. So that is wrong. You will not use that. Directly you will write down sir or madam. That means what? That means salutation. So salutation there. This is where you greet your person you are addressing the letter. Bear in the mind that it is formal letter, so greeting must be respectful and it is not too personal. You cannot write down dear sir or ma'am, okay? Directly sir or ma'am. So journal greetings used in the form of sir or madam. Next is very important part of the letter, that is what? That is body of the letter. So here you have to write down, here you have to divide this body of the letter at least into 3 paragraphs. So what are those 3 paragraphs? Let's see. Body. This is the main content of the letter. It is either divided into the 3 paragraphs or 2 paragraphs if the letter is briefer. The tone of the content should be formal, right? Here you should not be very personal. Do not use the flowery language. And another point to keep in mind is that the letter should be concise and to the point, and always be respectful and considerate to your language. As we are writing here, as we are using formal style of letter writing in this cover letter, right? So the first paragraph, as I have told you, it should be divided into 3 paragraphs at least. So the first paragraph of this letter should cover what? You have to write down, begin the body of the letter by mentioning the source from where you got to know about the job, of your information about the job, the newspaper. More probably it will be some kind of advertisement you have got in the newspaper, right? So the name of the newspaper you have to mention along with the day and the date and the advertisement number. Also mention the post you wish to apply in this first paragraph, okay? So these are the things which you have to take care in the first paragraph. Now we have to go through towards second paragraph. Here you are supposed to offer your candidature by briefing about your qualification, achievements, previous experiences and your strength. In other words, the paragraph should be answer the question, how are you the perfect candidate for the job? So ये second paragraph में आपको ये सारी चीज़ें देनी है कि आपको कैसे लगा कि आप perfect हो उस particular job के लिए. So यहाँ आपको अपनी qualification short में briefly देनी है, qualification, experience, whatever it is, right? Next is, keep in mind that it should be to the point and clear. You should not sound boast. बहुत ज़्यादा यहाँ पे बोस्टिंग नहीं नज़र आनी चाहिए कि आपने ये भी किया है वो भी किया है. मीन्स सिंपल बात ये है कि आपको यहाँ पे सब ब्रीफ होना है. बहुत फॉर्मल होने इनफॉर्मल होने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. सिर्फ आपको फॉर्मल ही लैंग्वेज यूज़ करनी है और बोस्टफुल आप बिल्कुल नहीं दिखने चाहिए कि मैंने ये भी किया है वो भी किया, और बहुत कुछ ज़्यादा चमचागिरी टाइप आपकी एप्लीकेशन में नहीं दिखनी चाहिए. राइट. नेक्स्ट इज़ paragraph number 3. In this part of the body, you are supposed to make a reference to the photograph, passport size, biodata, curriculum vitae and the other detailed documents that you have to enclose. You can also appeal for one-on-one interview, right? I will be available anytime for the interview, right? So this you have to write down in the third paragraph. Next is end of the body on the promising note, looking forward to your positive response. तो जैसे ही आपका लेटर ख़त्म होता है वैसे ही आपको मीन्स द कंटेंट ख़त्म होता है, वहाँ पे आपको एक नई लाइन शुरू करनी है एक नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ से और एक ही सेंटेंस में लिखना है looking forward to your positive response. This is very important, right? Next, after that, this line means this promising note, you have to write down complimentary clause. What is this complimentary clause? Complimentary closing is yours faithfully, yours sincerely, etc. But I advise you to write down. See here, one mistake is there. So what is that? Let's see that carefully. When you write down this yours faithfully, yours is okay, but faithfully you have to write down F small here, okay, and sincerely also you have to write down S small. So yours faithfully, sincerely or truly also you may use. Yours truly, it is YOURS, and do not place comma, okay, that will be wrong. So what is the right here? It is YOURS or TRULY, and this truly, sincerely, S and faithfully, whatever you are doing, that should be small because that's a one phrase only, right? So next is signature. Here finally you sign your name and then write the name in the blocks beneath the signature. This is how the recipient will know who is sending the letter, right? And one very important thing is mention the name given in the question paper. Do not mention your personal detail, because if you will use your own name, so you will we will give a chance to the examiner to deduct your marks, right? So this is very important. Whatever the name will be given to you in the question, that you have to write down in your answer to. Next is when we talk about biodata. So this was what अभी हमने जो discuss किया, this was all about the cover letter. Now the second aspect of this job letter is biodata. So what is this biodata? Let's talk about this biodata. We have done, we have seen. So how you have to, when you will do the signature, right? After signing, you're supposed to mention the heading enclosures. What you have to write down? एनक्लोजर्स, राइट. सो यहाँ आपने जैसे ही फिनिश किया है वो योर्स फेथफुली के साथ सिग्नेचर करके, वहाँ उसके नीचे आप लिखोगे सपोज़ ये आपका पेज है और यहाँ पे आपके एनक्लोजर्स, यहाँ पे आपके सिग्नेचर हो जा रहे हैं, राइट. योर्स ट्रूली, योर्स फेथफुली के बाद आपके सिग्नेचर हो गए. इसके नीचे आप यहाँ पे एनक्लोजर्स वर्ड लिखोगे ENCLOSURES, और यू मे डायरेक्टली राइट ऑन ENC and then dot, right. Abbreviation also you may use, but it is advisable to write down the complete spelling and in capitals that is in ENCLOSURES, enclosures, which will include the name of the documents and the testimonials attached along with the cover letter. They may include the following. अब ये enclosures हमने क्यों लिखे हैं बायोडाटा से पहले, कि हमने जो रिसीवर है उनको ये बताना है कि हमने ये डॉक्यूमेंट्स अपने लेटर के साथ अटैच किए हैं. एनक्लोजर्स में उसके साथ हमने ये अटैच किया है. सो उसमें हम लोग अटैच क्या करेंगे? फोटोग्राफ, पासपोर्ट साइज फोटोग्राफ, बायोडाटा और CV and the copies of the certificates, right? So these are the enclosures you have to attach with, and this is very important. Whatever I am discussing here, please note down. This is no notebook, and if you will write point to point all the points you will cover, you will get 5 on 5 in your examination. Next is the biodata and the CV. As we discussed earlier, that is divided into 4 parts: personal details, qualification, experience and references. So it goes like, पहले है बायोडाटा. तो बायोडाटा का हेडिंग है और ये आपको कैपिटल लेटर्स में इन द सेंटर ऑफ योर पेज यहाँ पे आपको देना होता है, राइट. यहाँ से आपको स्टार्ट करना है. तो फर्स्ट थिंग वी हैव टू टेक केयर हियर इज नेम, फादर्स नेम, डेट ऑफ बर्थ, एंड डेट ऑफ बर्थ इन एक्सपेंडेड फॉर्म यू हैव टू राइट डाउन, योर एड्रेस, योर एज, कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर, email ID, nationality, marital status, right. So this you have to do. and then you have to write down the qualifications. Qualification you have to make this type of box. Okay, so first you will write down name of the examination. Suppose here you will do 10th, 12th, 11th, 10th. Generally you have to start with 10th, 12th, and then your bachelor's and your master's. Then name of the university, name of the institution, year of passing, and percentage. So generally you have to keep the particular difference also, that after 10th and after 2 years you have to qualify 12th, then after 3 years you have done your bachelor's, and after 2 years gap once again you got this degree of your master's, right. So that you have to take care here in year of passing. So this is very important. Generally you have to start with 10th, 12th, or you may start with 12th, then bachelor's, then your master's, and if you have any other degree, so you will attach that too. But this box is very important. Qualification table you have to make here. Next is, after qualification table, this we are discussing only biodata, right. So work experience, it should be written from latest to the oldest along with the duration. तो सबसे पहले जब भी सपोज आपने पहले कहीं अभी जो रिसेंटली आप कहीं काम कर रहे हो तो वो वर्क एक्सपीरियंस पहले लिखोगे, अगर उससे भी पहले कुछ और किया तो वो आप सेकेंड लाइन में, और उससे भी पुराना कुछ है तो वो थर्ड लाइन में, मतलब आपको यहाँ पे डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में जाना है. Achievements, any special achievements if you done, languages known, skills, weakness, hobbies, and references. So this references is very important. Here you have to give names of 2 or 3 persons, especially 2 you have to do, with the address that who know you, and this employer to whom you are writing the letter, he should, if he want, he should talk about you to that particular person. So references of some people, you have to, 1 or 2 people you have to give here. Next is declaration. Declaration is very important. This is, I hereby declare that the above written information is true, right. So इसमें आपने कोई घपलाबाजी नहीं किया, और जो भी आपका इसमें आपने अटैच किए हैं, जो भी आपका क्वालिफिकेशंस हैं और जो भी आपके सर्टिफिकेट्स हैं वो सिर्फ आप ही के हैं, तो उसमें आपने कुछ गड़बड़ नहीं की, राइट. सो दैट इज़ डिक्लेरेशन. देन डेट एंड प्लेस. This was, and the last one is signature. So this was all about your biodata. So let's see what we have discussed in biodata. Biodata is starting from here, the heading, name, father's name, date of birth, address, age, contact number, email, ID, nationality, marital status, then qualification box, work experience, achievement, language known, skill, weakness, hobbies, references, declaration, date, place, and signature. So this was the second aspects also we have covered here. That was what? Biodata. So first was cover letter and second is what? Biodata. And in this between two things, like this cover letter and the biodata, you have to paste, you have to write down, you have to give 3 lines or 4 lines for end clauses. That is very, very important, right. Now let's discuss some of the sample questions based on this. So, Bal Vidya Public School, Bhilai urgently requires a postgraduate teacher to teach political science, for which they have placed an advertisement in the Bhilai Express. Your Sanjay or Sanjana Sharma from 21 Basant Bihar, Marg Bhilai, after a letter including a CV applying the advertised post. 120 to 150 is the word limit. So 2-3 things you have to see. First, you have to write the letter to Bal Vidya Public School, means the receiver is the principal of Bal Vidya Public School, right? And the place is what? Bhilai. Now, what you want to apply for, that is a postgraduate teacher, right, of political science. Subject is also given, so you have to show your qualification in arts somewhere, that political science you should have studied somewhere, and then the name of the resource where you will come to know about this post, that is what? The Bhilai Express, means the name of the newspaper is there, and you have to sign, means the sender's name is what? Sanjay or Sanjana. Clear? So this is what the important points you have to take care, because यहाँ पे आप अपने खुद का नाम यूज़ नहीं कर सकते, और जो क्वालिफिकेशन यहाँ दी है वही आप यूज़ करोगे. आप अपनी मर्ज़ी से कुछ भी यूज़ नहीं करोगे कि आपको जॉब लेटर लिखना आता है and you crammed for such particular something and you are not looking for the post and whatever you have to apply for, right? So that will be wrong. So the very first thing here is what? That is sender's address. So that was 21 Basant Marg Bhilai. Clear? So here it is covering in 2 lines. Third line you have to leave blank, in fourth line date, and then once again there is a spacing. The principal, Val Vidya Public School, Bhilai. Again, just give a space. Subject, application for the post of postgraduate teacher, and please note here no full stop, no comma, no punctuation mark is there. Means this is a phrase actually you have to write down, or the only one line you have to use, right? Next you have to leave one space, and then you have to write down sir or madam, whatever you want to write down. Now the first line of the content is what you have to write down. First you have to write down that where you get the information from. So that same thing I am using here. In response to your advertisement in the Bhilai Express, okay, this is the resource, dated February 25, 2002, whatever the year is, for the post of a political science teacher in your renowned school, right, comma, I wish to offer my candidature. I am enclosing a copy of my biodata for your personal and kind consideration. This line you can write down in second paragraph also. And in the third paragraph then you will write down, I am available for interview on any day of your convenience. If given a chance to serve you, I assure you that I shall work with utmost sincerity and dedication up to your satisfaction. So third paragraph में आपने सब लिख दिया है, लेकिन इसमें आपने ज़्यादा कुछ बोस्टिंग नहीं की है, okay? And then thank you, yours faithfully, Sanjay or Sanjana Sharma. Right. So this is what this here is, you have covered your cover letter. This is complete. Then you have to write down enclosures. As I told you, what you have to write down in enclosures, biodata. So here it is biodata only, but if you want to write down here at least 3 points or 2 points you can write down biodata. Biodata ke baad you can write down photographs, passport size, that is on number 2, and number 3 mein you can write down the certificates, okay, or Xerox copies of certificates you may use here. Then biodata, the second part of the letter, this is very important, that is what, Sanjay or Sanjana Sharma, you can write down any one, okay, it's not required to write down both, whatever is given, but any one out of that question you have to take. Then father's name, Mithun Sharma, date of birth, this, address, this one, phone number, email, marital status, single or married you can write down, age 28 years, nationality Indian, academic qualification you have to write down in box. Here I was unable to make the box, but you have to write down that in box, okay, this is very important. Now hobbies, tracking and reading, strength, good communication skill, computer literate, proficient in English, Hindi and German, okay, and name and address of references. So this is what, if he wants to know about me, means about the writer, so he should contact the following person, Mr. Vijay Mathur, principal, DAV School, Gurudwara Road, Delhi, and the second one is Mr. Satish Ohri, Head of Commerce Department, Punjab University, Chandigarh, right. So these are the two members. So this was your first cover letters, and then you have to write down declaration here after this, that I hereby declare the above given information is true. Now second sample is, this is the question actually for you for practice, and you have to write down a letter and you have to send me the photograph of that. You are Ram or Rajni, living at 1 Rana Pratap Marg, New Delhi. Read the advertisement given below and apply for the job that suits you for your biodata. Separately, Sun University requires lectures in English and demonstrate in physics. Chemistry and botany for the new campus at Panipat. Candidates with a minimum of 5 years experience alone can apply. Excellent command of English is a must. Excellent package and the compensation of experienced persons. Those interested may email to Sun University jobs at @gmail.com or mail their response to box number 123, the Harbinger, New Delhi. So this is the second question for you, and you have to write down this. Thank you very much for today. Stay safe, stay healthy.